A grandfather's love is at the heart of the sweetest video you'll see this week. It's only March, but one grandpa has already made a case for Grandfather of the Year honors. Kids often wish they could stuff themselves into their grandparents' suitcases and travel with them. Lisette, a 5-year-old from Sacramento, recently hid her Peppa Pig in her grandfather, David Zielk's suitcase. It was right before Zielk jetted off for an enviable 10-day getaway in Cabo San Lucas, a Mexican resort city. The result? A series of viral TikToks featuring the wholesome content we need right now. Zielk noticed Lisette's 4 figurines in his suitcase and brought them along for the ride. Literally. Zielk had the toys, inspired by the popular British animated series, join him on his jet-setting adventure. Lisette's Aunt Tanya, Zielk's daughter, caught wind of the fact that Peppa and co. were living it up in Mexico and let TikTok in on the secret. You guys want to see the sweetest thing? Tanya said in a voiceover for a TikTok video posted last week, "My niece took her favorite toys and packed them into my dad's luggage. He has been making this story of all their adventures together for her. He's going to play it when he gets back. The videos give me major FOMO. Gramps took the figurines swimming, had them sunbathe, and eat like total royalty at a white tablecloth resort restaurant." Eventually, little Lisette got to see all the adventures in a creatively edited, multi-part 6-minute video posted on YouTube. Lisette watched her figurines chilled by the pool, join Gramps for a drink at the bar with a side of Pacific Ocean vistas, go whale watching, and return home. Of course, Aunt Tanya had a camera in hand to document her predictably sweet reaction. During the video, you see Lisette and her little brother sitting with Zielk. If you're watching, grab tissues for the closing minute. "You were in my heart the whole time we were gone," David said in a voiceover. "Thanks to your little toys. Hopefully, you enjoyed this video. This is a souvenir for you that you'll be able to look back on, maybe long after I'm gone. It's just a little sign of love that I have for you and your little brother." Everyone cheered, and they must have cut onions we could all smell through the screen because we were all crying. The video has been seen nearly 20,000 times on YouTube, and the commenters are loving it. "Wow, this was so cute. I smiled so much. What a memory she will have watching this over the years. I hope Peppa Pig's people see this," writes one YouTuber. "Ah, he added animations with his narration, best grandfather ever. This is so sweet. On the next vacation, she can go with Peppa and her family," writes another. "As someone who didn't get enough time with their grandparents, this made me shed a tear. We never get enough time with amazing family like this, and this video is a perfect gift to watch now as a kid and look back on as an adult. His heart is golden," someone else says. If you're like me and spend a decent amount of time in parenting groups on social media, you know many are fraught with hot takes on grandparents, particularly of the in-law variety. And hey, the feelings behind them are sometimes valid. Parenting styles have changed over the years as we learn and try to do better, hopefully healing generational wounds in the process. Some grandparents may mean well, but even research shows older generations may need to learn about new guidelines, like placing a baby on their back to sleep, as well as societal shifts. Still, as this video shows, there is something golden about the beautiful relationships grandparents can forge with their grandchildren. If your children are lucky enough to have loving and supportive grandparents, with or without Zielk's top-notch video editing skills, it can be incredibly valuable. The grandparent can serve as another person to dote on them, share memories, care for them, and simply love them. Many grandparents serve as primary or secondary caregivers. About 7 million grandparents lived with at least one grandchild under 18 in 2020. Multi-generation households were on the rise even before the pandemic exacerbated a childcare crisis in the United States. 10 sweet ways to celebrate Grandparents' Day. Forget the tchotchkes. This year, let your kids give their grandparents gifts that come from the heart. In the U.S., Grandparents' Day is the first Sunday of September after Labor Day. Grandparents' Day is an opportunity to express appreciation and love for grandparents or other special people in your children's lives. Read on for 10 ideas to creatively celebrate grandparents and other special people on Grandparents' Day. Does your kid crack up every time they listen to one of Papa's silly made-up songs? Do they adore the nicknames Nana has given them? Have them write it. And every other thing they love about their grandparents, down on a list. Then read it aloud to their grandparents on the big day. Email or print out a copy so they can follow along. Make their favorite dessert. Need a foolproof way to sweeten Grandparents' Day? Help your child whip up their favorite treat and decorate with sprinkles, raisins, or nuts for extra flourish. Tip: if you're bringing the goodies to their home or shipping them to another town, choose a recipe that will travel well. Have a sleepover. At the very top of many grandparents' wish lists is more time with their grandchildren. And what better way to do that than with a sleepover? Pick a day that works for the kids and their grandparents, and keep it free of plans so your children aren't shuttling from a playdate or party to their grandparents' house. If overnights aren't possible, have your child schedule a lunch or dinner date instead. Create a kiss flip book. While nothing replaces a smooch on the cheek, this sweet kiss flip book comes pretty close. Bonus: you can pull it together in an afternoon. Here's how to make it. Position your kid in front of a blank, white or light-colored wall and take a picture of them blowing a kiss. Make 5 or so prints of the photo. Hint: opt for smaller-sized prints. Think 2x3 if you want the book to be pocket-sized. Using a red permanent marker, have your child draw one tiny heart on the photo. Add a heart on each subsequent photo, 2 hearts on the second print, 3 hearts on the third, and so on. To bind, punch holes on one side of the photos and tie together with string or pipe cleaners. Take a walk down memory lane. Everyone has a fascinating story to tell. Encourage your child to interview their grandparents about theirs. Since tell me about your life is tough to answer, have your child prepare a few specific questions ahead of time. Some examples to get you started. What did you love to do after school when you were a kid? What was your favorite thing to do in the summer? How did you meet each other? Remember to record the conversation for posterity. Make a scrapbook. Gather up your child's favorite photos, letters, and mementos of their time with their grandparents and put them in a keepsake scrapbook. If you're pressed for time this year, consider giving it to them as a gift during the holidays. Learn about their hobby. Whether it's figuring out how to bait a hook, throw a perfect strike, or play a song on the organ, your child can learn a lot from their grandparents. Have them spend an afternoon with them doing some of their favorite hobbies. Besides making memories, your kiddo might even discover a new interest. Customize a t-shirt. Take the sidewalk chalk drawing your kiddo made of their grandparent to the next level by snapping a photo of it and emblazoning it on a t-shirt for them. Designing the shirt is simple and can be done entirely on your smartphone. Sites like cavepress.com and customink.com are good places to check out, but keep in mind that printing often takes several days. Make a photo book. If you need a memorable gift that can be made in under 30 minutes, look no further than a simple photo album. Print a bunch of your favorite recent pictures of your children, alone, or with their grandparents and other members of the family. Include a date stamp on the back, if possible. Slip the snaps into a blank album and have your child jot a note on the inside cover. Alternately, you can design a photo book with digital prints and have your book printed and mailed to you. Sites like Shutterfly and Google Photos provide these kinds of books. Serenade them with a favorite song. Is your parents' playlist chock full of Billy Joel? Does your child's special person have the Jersey Boys soundtrack on repeat in the car? Teach your child one of their go-to tunes and have them sing it to their grandparents. Be sure to record the performance so they can continue to enjoy it after the big day. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.